The desert rose, or Adenium obesum, is a striking plant known for its thick, sculptural trunk and vibrant trumpet-shaped flowers. This unique succulent thrives in warm climates and is a favorite among gardeners looking for a plant that combines beauty with resilience. If you've ever admired the desert rose and wondered how to grow and care for one successfully, I'll guide you through the process step by step. Adenium is often mistaken for a bonsai due to its thick caudex and dramatic shape, but it is actually a succulent that thrives in arid conditions. It is native to Africa and the Middle East, where it has adapted to extreme heat and little rainfall. This means it prefers well-draining soil, bright light, and infrequent watering, perfect for those who tend to forget their plants now and then. One of the most fascinating aspects of growing a desert rose is shaping its trunk. As the plant matures, the caudex thickens and creates an artistic sculpted appearance. With the right care, your adenium can become a showpiece in your garden or home. Adenium despises soggy roots, so getting the soil mix right is essential. The best soil for desert rose is a well-draining cactus mix or a blend of sandy soil with perlite and pumice. You can also mix regular potting soil with sand in a 1-to-1 ratio to improve drainage. If you're growing your adenium in a pot, make sure it has drainage holes to prevent root rot. Watering a desert rose requires a balance between hydration and preventing rot. During the active growing season, spring and summer, water deeply but allow the soil to dry out completely before the next watering. In the fall and winter, the plant enters dormancy, requiring even less water, sometimes just once a month. Overwatering is the #1 cause of problems with adenium. If the leaves start turning yellow or the caudex feels soft, cut back on watering immediately. Desert rose thrives in bright, direct sunlight. If you're growing it outdoors, a spot that receives full sun for at least 6 hours a day is ideal. If you keep it indoors, place it near a south-facing window where it gets maximum light exposure. Without enough light, the plant may become leggy and produce fewer flowers. To keep your desert rose blooming beautifully, feed it with a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every 2 to 4 weeks during the growing season. A fertilizer with a higher phosphorus content, like a bloom booster formula, can encourage more flowers. Pruning is an important part of caring for a desert rose, as it helps maintain its shape and encourages more branches to grow, leading to a fuller plant with more blooms. The best time to prune is in early spring before new growth begins. Use sharp, sterilized shears to trim back any leggy or overgrown branches. You can also shape the caudex by exposing more of it above the soil over time. If you're growing your desert rose in a container, repotting every couple of years helps refresh the soil and allows the plant to continue developing its caudex. Choose a slightly larger pot each time, but don't go too big. Adeniums prefer slightly snug conditions. When repotting, you can gently raise the plant so that more of the caudex is exposed above the soil. Desert roses are relatively hardy, but they can occasionally attract pests like spider mites, aphids, and mealybugs. If you notice any of these, use a neem oil spray or insecticidal soap to get rid of them. Root rot is the biggest issue most growers face, and it's almost always due to overwatering or poor drainage. A well-cared-for desert rose will reward you with an abundance of trumpet-shaped flowers in shades of pink, red, and even white. To maximize blooms, make sure your plant is getting enough sunlight, avoid overwatering, and provide a fertilizer that promotes flowering. Some growers even induce blooming by slightly stressing the plant. Reducing water for a short period can sometimes trigger more flowers. Growing a desert rose is a rewarding experience. With the right care, you can enjoy its stunning blooms and unique shape for many years. Whether you're shaping its caudex into a work of art or simply enjoying its vibrant flowers, this plant makes an incredible addition to any collection. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Hydro Haven for more plant care tips and tricks. And if you know someone who loves growing succulents, share this guide with them so they can cultivate their own beautiful desert rose. Happy gardening!